there's multiple reasons why our motivation lacks all the time. And you hear all the time like, oh, it's not that motivation you need discipline. And that's 100% correct. It's just sometimes motivation can get very much cloudy when you just don't think you can do anything, right? When you feel really stagnant. At a point in time, like I just had no motivation. Like I felt like that it wasn't that necessarily that I didn't want to do anything, because that's like so not true. There's so many things I want to do in one lifetime that I'm probably not gonna be able to do. There's different occupations, different skill sets. I know it's not because like I am just some person that just dreams and then I never take any action. There's times where I've taken action to do things. So I know I'm a person that can do it, but why am I not doing it? I got really comfortable where my space was. And the thing is that sometimes I wish that I grew up a little bit, a little rougher. I don't know. Maybe that don't make no sense. Maybe psychologically that's not good, but I don't know. I was thinking about it one day. I was like, dang, maybe I needed to a little grit in my system, because I get so comfortable where I'm at. I get so comfortable, and it's really bad. Like I'm in school right now, university. I'm doing good in my classes. I'm on my way to graduate. I'm getting my degree. I have internships lined up. I know what career I want to get into. I know where I want to go. Everything is pretty much in set, and I don't really care how much no's I get. All I need is that one yes, and I'm okay with that, right? So in my head, I have the assurance that I'm going to get the career that I need. Just haven't come to pass yet. Well, why don't I have that type of a comfortability to do things that I have yet to start, things that I have yet to, I guess you could say, take action on? Or why haven't I taken action on those things? And that really just goes to show that environment is such a big part of our comfortability, but what you feed yourself is really what's important. Do you allow certain things to come up? Do you have those fences where you're able to open and close for certain things, right? You don't want to have walls up. I always say that to everybody. Want to have walls up, because you're not going to be able to make any type of impact, whether it be, people making an impact on you or you making an impact on other people. You need to have fences and gates that slide open, right? Me personally, I have a lot of goals, and what I feel like that the enemy uses is that it causes me to be stagnant, because I'm like paralyzed by so many things that's like in front of me. And that's weird. That's dumb, because why would God give me all these goals and want me to be productive, want me to take action, and then I just stop myself, right? That's very counterproductive. Now that I have all those ideas, all I need to do is just manage them correctly. And I need to manage them in the right place of, now that I'm feeding this thing to this thing, I'm feeding this thing to this thing, I'm not allowing this energy to go in here, things of that nature. I'm allowing it to prosper, and I'm allowing it to breathe. And that's a really big point of a lot of our motivation, where it's like things are suffocating, like you're not being able to give that the space to grow. And that's why I feel like now when we go into the world and we want to be able to make a difference, we want to be able to make an impact, or like just even do what we want to do and our desires full out, we're not able to do so, just because of like what we keep inside and what we're collapsing and stuff like that. Procrastination is like literally just that stagnant feel, like that you're just trapped and that you can't really work on anything, because it's like you're worried about the quality, you're worried about perfectionism. So that's a big part of it as well. The motivation I would say for a lot of college students is just to get the degree. But why is that your only goal? That shouldn't be your only goal. That shouldn't. You should be doing 10 times more. I tell every single freshman, every single sophomore that I found, because I saw it when I was a freshman, sophomore, and I took advantage of it. And it was just like basically saying that you're going to be working 40 plus hours after you leave. You're going to be working overtime. You're going to be working where bosses need this by this time, and you're home, or either you're on vacation. Even though you're on vacation, but that's crazy. But like if you're home and you're enjoying your time with your family, and your boss is just like, yeah, I need this done by 12 p.m. because we got this deadline. And now you gotta do that. As in college, we have like the most time and the least time possible. Like you gotta be places, yes, but like that extra time that you have that's just by yourself, and even during those places where you gotta be somewhere, you could be able to use that to your advantage. And college is just also just a very like influential spot for communication. Like that's where you just need to learn how to communicate. You need to be able to learn how to negotiate. You need to learn how to be able to make relationships, make bonds, talk to people, things like that. College is probably going to be the only time in your life where you're going to have this type of free time. And I know a lot of people that are starting businesses. I know a lot of people that are doing content in college, because you have this free time to be able to start it. And you have to think about that. You have to think about how young you are, right? You have all the energy in the world. You have to be able to cut out those distractions that a lot of people want to do. And you have to be able to build something in this time. You have to build something. You have to build a platform for yourself in any type of way, whether it be skill sets, whether it be content, whether it be a business. Also, a lot of the times is that because we're young, we have all this bent up energy. Everybody want to go party, everyone want to go drink, everyone want to go smoke. We want to do everything in this dang world that's not productive, because we have the energy to do so. We have the time to do so. And that's just what the enemy wants, y'all. That's what the enemy wants, is for us not to lock in, all right? Because at the end of the day, if us 20-year-olds were able to lock in and be able to do what we need to do to make an impact on the world, if we were the ones that were doing like the missionary trips, and we were the one going to different places. And I think that that's why God uses a lot of young people to be able to do things, because he knows that physically we're able to do so, and creatively we could be able to do so. We're the start of that seed that's growing, and all he knows is that he wants us to nourish ourselves and feed ourselves with the proper nutrients to be able to grow. Another part about the motivation, especially in college, is like, who are you hanging around, y'all? Like, oh my gosh, like, I feel like, Lord have mercy. If you are not hanging out with people that have vision, you will perish. And that's scripture. I'm not trying to be mean, and I'm gonna pull it up for you right now, just so we can know. Yeah, it's in Proverbs 29:18, where there is no vision, the people perish, but he that keepeth the law, happy is he. But it's crazy, because the scripture says happy, right? Emotional. Then it says perish. What? Happy and perish are just so different level of extremities, right? But perish is not just only just, death, because also if you don't have a vision, it could also just mean death, right? But the idea of perish is like, it's almost like a long death. Like, you're consistently making yourself unhappy. You're consistently not fulfilling your goals because there's no vision. And that could also be in the sense of happy. Happy is just a feeling that you get from a certain action from a certain point in time. But you could be consistently happy, or you could be consistently dying, right? And with that, there's no vision. So that's why it's very important to know who you're around. It's also the story of, what's his name? Oh my gosh, I'm forgetting his name. Starts with a J. Joshua. How did I forget? I have a whole friend named Joshua. If I'm not wrong, I think I know the story, so we're just gonna explain the story. But basically, where God told the Israelites to do something, and they were all scared because they were so scared of the people around them. Joshua had to be the one that was like, yeah, the Lord is on our side. All right, we can do anything. If the Lord called us to do something, we're going to be able to do it. There's no problem. He's going to be able to provide for us, even if we're a smaller army, even if we don't have as much things as they do. What if Joshua had people that was next to him encouraging? But like I said, every decision is life or death. Personally, everything that deep. I'm sorry to make it that deep, but it's mad deep. Because like I said, you could be either consistently dying or you're consistently happy. Consistently doesn't always have to be all the time. Consistently is just most of the time, right? But that's why it's so important to be next to people who really like dream. People that really think. When people tell you your dreams, do not take that lightly, bro. Because people want to kill your dreams. People want to stop your dreams. There are people out here that's not happy for you, and it is what it is, right? So when you have somebody that thinks that they can trust you and they tell you their dreams and their goals, speak life into that, bro. And death are in the power of the tongue, as y'all know. So you have to really pray for, and even when people tell you that, pray for them and pray that there is protection that's on them and on their dreams, on their spirit, because the enemy is trying to come after us with our dreams and goals, y'all. I'm telling y'all, it's very, 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 very true. So when that happens, when somebody's telling you their goal, pray for that. Oh my gosh, be like, thank you so much for trusting me, for being able to take that information. I'm gonna take it to God. I'm gonna pray for you. I'm gonna make sure, I'm gonna do my part as somebody that intercedes, that you'll be able to hopefully live that out. And if it's not in God's will, it's not in God's will. But the thing is that what we're forgetting about God's will is that if it's not that in God's will, it's something better that's in God's will. So it's gonna lead them to a different spot. So don't discourage people to do certain things that's maybe even scary, maybe even big, maybe out of their comfort zone, because that could be leading them to what God has for them, even if it's not just that, right? You need to be able to just speak life. And I'm realizing how much power is in the tongue, because once this is here, and then you got to flesh it out. When you have things up here, you have goals and purposes that are up in here, right? Up in your mind, up in your spirit. The next thing you got to do is use your hands and your mouth. And one of those things, this can ruin it all for you. If you tell the wrong people, you tell the wrong person, and then it's gone. No matter how much you do of this, if this keeps running to nobody who's helpful in it, you done for. Dreams and goals, God has put us as for a reason. We're supposed to be working. He doesn't want us working to death. right? He doesn't want us, he rests on the 7th day, right? So we're supposed to be working, but working gives us fulfillment. It gives us like inspiration that we're supposed to be doing something right, and then we are doing something right. So don't think that that's like, you know, a bad thing. But we want to be able to work. So you being able to have dreams to work, to do something, is just putting so much more fulfillment in your life than anything else that you could do. This goes for anybody that's in college. Work more than what you can. Work more than what you think you can. You can literally speak life into your goals, speak life into other people's goals, and just watch that energy just flow around you, and just you'll be able to go through it on that momentum. So hope you guys enjoyed it. Check me out, TikTok, Instagram, and I'll see you guys in the next video.